when you look my call sign up, you need to look for the live because I got 30 videos out there and I don't want you to get tripped up. So it's live right now. I just started it 8 seconds ago. So, Pete, if you talk to me right now and you look at my live, you'll see and hear yourself. I got a back page of a headphone hanging on a microphone. That'll be my live video right now.
It'll be probably a few minutes, but we'll give it a look-see how she's going, and an ear-see. Take care, brother.
Absolutely, Pete. Yeah. That short amount of time you listen, it started at like 38 seconds. That'll be you on there, and you'll be able to hear what you sound like, Roger.
Hey, Roger that. Well, I tell you, this band is filled up. Have a good one, brother. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, we could go somewhere else if you want to, Pete. If you're able to go right to it on a laptop or a home computer, just tell me, and I'll go to another channel so you can hear it better.
Well, we can go to 420.
All right. Yeah, Pete, we'll go to 420. Roger.
Where go? Thank you, sir. 0696, you out there?
Yes, sir, Pete. I'm in here, and you'll be able to see the video right as it's happening. Talk to me, do whatever you want, and you'll be able to see it, Roger.
Hey, Roger, that. Like I said, 37, man, it filled up real quick. I had about 10 dB of people when I got off the key, and it was really hard to pull you out. The signals kind of dropped. You know how Mother Nature can be. It's her way or no way. So, well, anyway, yeah, I'll get on that YouTube and check it out and see what it is. I can't say never, but a handful of times have I ever heard my voice or whatever, and usually I'll swear up and down it's not me, Roger.
Oh, I hear you, dude. And I could tell you drop back a little bit of that echo. You may need to add a little bit more. You may have dropped it off too much. That echo on that EQ is very, very touchy. And what's weird is it's just there. So you can't EQ the echo, which would be nice, which I can on my setup. But you're right, 37 got crazy. But you're crystal clear. You're not as good of a signal as you were when I heard you on 37, but you can definitely hear what you sound like.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't touch the echo. I didn't touch it at all, just different frequency. Just doing that makes a difference, even in signal strength, and actually what you sound like changes just going to a different frequency. So anyway, I guess we'll just leave it the way it is. And right now I'm on my phone getting ready to see if I can't pull you out of that YouTube thing there.
Okay, yeah, I'll just chat with you. It's 2, spell the word world, spell the word radio, and my call is 0696. And if you will, when you log into that, what happens is you got to make sure you're looking at the live right now, because I got 28 videos out there, and I don't want you to get picking out a video that ain't you. So the video that is on here live now is a microphone with a set of headphones on top of it. You'll be able to distinguish that between the videos there, Roger.
Hey, Roger that. Okay, I've got 2 world radios spelled in. There you are. You popped up there.
There you go. Yeah, good afternoon there, Dallas. Pete, all you got to do is just click on that, and you'll be able to see the video that I got live right now, and listen to yourself on YouTube. I will let you know there is a delay. It's probably about 3 to 5 seconds, depending on your connection. And so it's not something you're going to be able to do real time and use. There is that delay, and that will get irritating to you, Roger.
Yeah, I get that. Just for watching purposes, not for live video. 3-second delay, that'd drive me bonkers. But anyway, I subscribed. I guess that's the way I can pull up your feeds, and I'll just take it from there and go let my fingers do the walking there. Well, we'll go from there. At least I can check you out every once in a while, Roger.
Absolutely, Pete. Yeah, when I go live, you'll get the notification. So in this case, you're the only one that matters right now on this live video. I've been on for 5 minutes and 47 seconds, and what ends up happening is you'll be able to listen to you from channel 37 up here to 420. So just get a listen, and you'll understand what I'm referencing when I said that, Roger.
Hey, Roger, I've got you listening to you on this right here on the phone. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. It's a weird dynamic, but it seems to work. What you're hearing is my live audio, not my over-the-air audio, and I can manipulate that a little bit. Not a lot. I can turn it up and down, but it is my processed audio that you hear. But the radio's doing more justice there, Roger.
Hey, Roger, it's a cool setup you got here. I think I'm really going to enjoy this. I've seen quite a few different people do this, and this is nice. I like it.
QSL. Well, Pete, that's what it's there for, man. To get people to hear themselves, or when I talk across the pond, I let the guys know, hey, go to my YouTube page, and we interact. And just like right now, I got Dallas and UDX 3830 got on my live feed, and they're saying good afternoon and howdy and stuff. So it's pretty cool, man. It's something different, and I enjoy it there, Roger.
Hey, Roger, I like it because, well, my voice really has cleaned up a lot from what I've heard in the past. So, hey, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. I'm going to enjoy this. You have a great day, huh?
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it. You too, sir. Conditions are fading a little bit, so let me wave the hand to you there, Pete. I knew that was you. I heard you say something about that Ukraine. I got one too, but I don't use it anymore. I jumped into a different ball game, and you can see it. I run the Thetis program with an SDR Hermes Light, and then I run a DAW as well. So, all right, Pete, have a great day out there in California. I'll wave the hand and tip that. 0696 Mike. We're standing by.
Hello, Mike.
Wow. Man, I got them all coming back to me, and Mert too. Good afternoon, Mert. Let me get that 777 station, I think it was. That other station calling out. Go ahead. Yeah, I heard somebody in there scratching very lightly, and I couldn't pull it out. But I heard you, Mert. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I won't keep you. I'm just working and walked by the radio and heard you yakking away. I thought I'd say good morning.
Right on, man. Yeah, I heard you down on 37. I hollered at you, but I guess it was a train wreck at that point. But I heard you say you were up by St. George, Utah, doing your thing by some forest. But I got a good copy on you there.
Yeah, I'm up here at the cabin, Duck Creek Village, so it's 100 miles north, a little bit east, northeast of St. George. So anyway, yeah, I'm back here and just playing carpenter, I guess.
Well, that's what you love to do, sir. You travel all around to do it. So evidently, play carpenter, and you're playing radio too, mind you. You said you walked by the radio and you heard me. That's pretty cool, Mert. You got your little setup close enough to where you can get involved there, Roger.
Yeah. Well, it's 6,800 square foot, and I can pretty much hear you no matter where I'm at. The radio resonates in the cabin here pretty good. So, but I went up to Montana, picked myself up a truck, went down to Arizona, and just got back here this last weekend.
Yeah, you spoke to me about that truck, that Ford. That's a great deal. I spoke to my boy about that. I told you he had one, a 2000 F-250 with that 7.3. That thing's like a Sherman tank, man. He's got 300,000 miles on his, and it's still running.
Oh, yeah, they'll run a long time. This one doesn't even have half that many, about a third that many miles on it. It's immaculate. It's a 02, but it's running good. So I'm very, very pleased. I'm sure he is too.
Oh, absolutely. And I can't remember, Mert, if I told you, but the frame on that truck, it's a 2000 model frame, and that truck has zero rust on it at the frame. Now the body's falling apart, but the frame itself, it is immaculate. And I told my son that thing right there is worth its weight in gold with the engine and the frame. You got to keep that. Now, what we're planning on doing is pulling the engine out and doing an overhaul on it. And hopefully it'll last for 300 more thousand, I guess, sir, Roger.
Oh, yeah, it should very easily. Yeah, so, you didn't mention any major problems, so I'm guessing it's just a rebuild for the sake of rebuilding. Well, very cool. Yeah, no, same as the Montana truck. No rust, zero rust on the body anywhere, zero. And anything you might see on the frame, it's so minimal that, it's surface type stuff. It's nothing like you get back in the Midwest. I grew up in Iowa where, they salted the roads and all that. It's nothing like that. It's very similar to a vehicle that you get out of Arizona, there's just absolutely no rust underneath.
QSL, Mert. Yeah, you got lucky then. Coming from up there in Montana, you would think weather would have had an effect on that, but maybe you got what they call a diamond in the rough, huh, Roger? Yeah, that what they call that? Oh gosh, man, they call that stuff they put on the road to treat it for the winter. Grime, I think it is that, and they put salt down here. And boy, you talk about taking a toll on a vehicle there.
No, that's how it was in Iowa. Gosh, I remember my dad's old 53 business coupe with a Plymouth. We had 4x4s across the frame.
Hello, 3030. Hold on.
Times, and finally, when he retired that vehicle, you could see the front left tire, from the driver's seat. Yeah, I know all about that rust in the Midwest.
Yeah, it takes its toll, man. And manufacturers these days too ain't putting the best of materials on the vehicles, so. In the same vein, you may be in a good state without worrying about that stuff on the ground, and it's still rust out. And that's unfortunate. You pay a lot of money for a damn truck or whatever, and the damn thing rusts out. That's a sad deal.
Yes, indeed. Well, 40 years of Arizona, I just got used to, never seen a spot of rust anywhere underneath. So, of course, in my travels the last, 12, 14 years, I get into some areas. So, like my Ranger had zero rust on it, but, it's getting a little bit of surface rust here and there just from, being exposed to the elements in different states, but nothing critical at least. But anyway, Mike, I'm not going to keep it. I could sit here and yak all day, but I'd never get my work done. If I don't get my work done, I'll never get back out to the forest. So I probably ought to get my nose to the grindstone.
QSL. It sounds to me like, though, Mert, you don't have a, what do you call that, a schedule, man. I know you can pretty much come and go. It's pretty cool knowing that you can take your time off when you want and stuff like that. So, well, Mert, it's nice talking to you. What a pleasure. I'm glad I had an opportunity, and thank you, man. Be safe out there. Happy building. Keep doing what you're doing there, sir.
Okie doke, I will. Yeah. I think you said you had Dallas on the, I guess maybe on social media or someplace. So say hi to Dallas for me, and look forward to making another contact with you again soon. By the way, say hi to your dad also, and hopefully he's doing okay. You can update me on that before you sign. But all right, brother, always a pleasure. You have an amazing day, and my very best 73 for now. Whiskey 292, Southern Utah. I'll be back on the side.
Right on, Mert. Yeah, I'll update you. My dad's doing great. I'm in a project trying to get him up and running with what I got radio-wise. I went ahead and pulled the trigger and bought 2 more. Took them about 6 days to get them here. I'm assembling that radio part of it for him now. We just got to do some formality, bring in some wires and mic and stuff like that. But other than that, he's doing great. Thanks for asking. And I do believe Dallas is telling me to tell you that he said hi. Dallas is saying he don't have no conditions right now, but Dallas did acknowledge you through my YouTube. I'm running a YouTube video gate on YouTube, and Dallas did hear you say to tell him hi, and he's now responded to tell you hi back. So, Mert, have a great day, man. Thanks for the shout out, Roger.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I forgot he was probably watching on the video gate. So yeah, I've checked that out a couple of times. Very nice, Mike. So, all right, Dallas. Yeah, you and I dropped conditions the other day. I know you can hear me. So you were going to give me a call, or we were going to hook up on the phone, and conditions fell out before that happened. So anyway, I'll keep my ear open. We can make that happen in the future. Take care, my friends. 292 off and clear. 73 to all.
Yes, sir, Mert. Have a great day. We'll wave the hand to you. Mr. 3030, if you're still by, come on back.
Yeah, good afternoon. How's it going?
Man, we're cooking with grease up here, dude. You know how it is. Hey, I got the day off. It is getting better weather out here. It's 50, so I could be out there in the wild blue yonder, but I'm down here in the radio room and having at it. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Well, March is only a couple of days away, so I'm thinking you may be closer than you think, Roger.
Yeah, man. We're supposed to hit 60 today and tomorrow. We did have snow this morning, mind you. It was 41 degrees out and snow hit the ground. Whatever you want to call that, I have no idea. It's a weird phenomenon to me. I came home. It was 42 at 4 a.m. I took me a nap from 4 till about 7:30, and I woke up and there was 2 inches on the ground. Nothing on the concrete or the street. It was just in the grass and on the roof and on my antenna. But other than that, I don't know. I'm fickle, man. But I can't wait for March. I'm ready to get out on the boat.
Well, that's the best kind of snow to have, is when it's gone by itself in a couple hours, Roger.
Yeah, it's done melted off. Even on the grass, it's gone. It's all watery out there. It's 50 degrees outside right now. They're calling for a high of 61. That in today and tomorrow. So goodbye, snow. I'm happy.
Yeah, we're 78 here, heading for 87 today. So we're getting a little early taste, Roger.
Man, dude, I tell you what, blow some my way. I'm ready, man. The old saying used to be, I got cabin fever, but it ain't the case with me because I'm not stuck in the house. I'll use that as an analogy. I'm ready to hit the lake, dude. I've got my I got my fish going on, man. I'm ready to hit it, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. When does your fishing season really get officially start there, or do they go year round?
There's no way we could year-round fish in my neck of the woods here in Kentucky. The best I could say, sometime in March, we'll get, a good patch of some decent weather. We got to be concerned with our lakes thawing out, obviously. I'm not getting out there and ice fishing on these lakes. Since we've had what we've had lately, we had 70 last week. So the lakes are capable of being on. I'm just, March is right around the corner, and you bet your butt, I'll be definitely ready to get my license and hit the water there.
Roger. Well, up early summer, I know they do opening fishing, but I want to say it's more like around 1st of April, I want to say, up in northern Minnesota.
Yeah, it's earlier than that here. I've got a week trip planned in April, and I've done that now, I'm going to say 12 years in a row. I always go on an April fishing trip. So conditions are good enough to be on the water then, Roger.
Roger. Dallas was wondering, what part of Kentucky are you in? He's wondering if you were in western Kentucky. I'm wondering, he's trying to figure out where you are, I guess. He's texting me.
Yeah, man, I saw that he put that on my live. I don't know. I guess Dallas got short-term memory loss. I've spoke to Dallas multiple times. Let Dallas know I'm in northern Kentucky, sir. I'm right across the river from shitty Cincinnati. I got that brown water that divides me from that shitty Buckeye state. But I live in a little town called Dayton. Delta, Alpha, Yankee, Tom, Oscar, November. Dayton, Kentucky. I'm in the northern tip there, Roger.
I think we used to sneak down there years ago when the V-Twin show used to be in Cincinnati.
Yeah, probably so, man. Been a long time though, I believe. But yeah, I can see the skylight of Cincinnati where I live at. I live up on top of a little knob in this little town called Dayton, and I overlook the river there, Roger.
Roger. Well, I was back in the 90s, I'm thinking I was out there, Roger.
QSL, yeah, and Dallas just responded on my my live and said, yeah, short-term memory loss. Hey, Dallas, we all got it, dude. It's part of growing up. I know you're in Manchester, Dallas, and it's difficult for me and you to make contact, but we've done it many a times there, Roger.
Yeah, you guys are probably just far enough and just close enough that it's just odd. It isn't going to happen all the time, Roger.
Yeah, and lately, though, man, I keep my antenna towards the east for the European DX, and I catch Dallas off the side of my beam. So I've been hearing him pretty regularly. I just ain't tried to call out to him there.
Yeah, Roger. His beam is a monster, man. I think it's got, what's he saying, like a 40-foot boom or something like that, 34 feet. I mean, it's a monster with 7 elements. So usually when he swings that thing and hits the key, it just kind of lights things up in that direction, Roger.
Absolutely, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I'm running this little 4-element, man, and I've got the ability to run a bigger antenna. I'm fairly content with what I'm up against here. I am going to go into the process and put a hazer in play, and then I'm going to put other antennas up and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, a 7-element beam, wow, 34 foot long. That's a monster.
Yeah, I'm just glad I don't have to get up there and mess with it every now and then, Roger. So, yeah, you're shooting me about an S9, S10 here into Scottsdale at the moment. So, is that a Joe gun 4-element or somebody else's, or did you build one?
Oh, sir, man, I tell you, I got an oldie but a goodie, dude. It's Moonraker 4. Been around a long time. I ran a Shooting Star for a little while, and I just didn't like it. And I grew up. I cut my teeth on the AM. On CB radio with a Moonraker. My dad inherited my grandpa's, and So I was on the hunt, and I found the one that I'm using now. I sold my Shooting Star, and then I turned around and bought another one. So I've got actually enough to put like 4 antennas together and, to stack them or whatever. I'm pretty content with this one right here the way it is, Roger.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That whole, once you get into that whole stacking thing and co-phasing and then you direct feed, so are you feeding this antenna, is this, what do they call it, a gamma match, or is that a hairpin, a direct feed?
I have a gamma match, and I heard a QSK jump in there. I have the gamma rods. I did have to do some big-time tuning on them recently. Matter of fact, the scaffolding's still up in the air up there where I had to retune them. But if you don't mind 3030, I'll let that QSK go, and I'll be listening.
Roger, go ahead, QSK.
Good afternoon. Let you guys know that you're loud and proud around Jamaica. Do you over?
Right on a loud and proud in Jamaica. Well, thank you, man. You sound good back here in the Bluegrass State. This would be World Radio 0696. Go ahead.
Hey, 0696-347 Montego Bay, Jamaica, over.
Right on, 347 in Montego Bay. Well, you're coming in out of the backside of my beam. I'm facing west. Well, more or less backside corner, but you got a good signal coming up here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Same to you, over.
Right on, sir. Well, I'll let you get the 3030. He's out in Scottsdale, Arizona, the other guy I'm talking to, Mr. 347 in Montego Bay. Thank you, man. Thanks for shouting out. World Radio 0696.
Okay, World Radio 696. Thank you very much for getting back to me. Respect and have a good day now, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I can tell. I got somebody in there, but he's right down there at my noise level here. So, hey, listen, man, I heard you out there, and another 347, Dallas. You got competition out there, buddy. You have a good one. I'm gonna back out of here, buddy. You go enjoy it and let the channel roll. Take care. I'm gonna see you later, man. 73s, 3030 Scottsdale. I'll be on the side. Take care.
Yeah, 3030. I got to get your first personal, man. As many times as we talk, I know you've said it. But for some dumb reason, I'm doing like Dallas said on my live feed. I've got a brain fart going on. Just tell me your first name, man.
Roger. First personal is Operator Glenn, George Lima Echo November.
Glenn, I'm sorry, man. You're right. I knew it. I for some reason, I was going to call you Ray. I don't know where that came from, but Glenn, I knew that was your name, sir. All righty, man. We'll let you go. Thanks for hollering out. We'll wave the hand and tip that. 0696.
Have a good one. 696 3030.
Hey, I copy you on the 12 watts. That's funny stuff, Dallas. And you grown up in Pikeville. Yeah, that's probably about 5 hours from my house. Matter of fact, my boys played some football down there against Pike County. So I'm familiar with Pikeville. My whole family grew up there. My dad's last name, my name, is Runyon. If you go to Pikeville now, there's Runyon grocery stores, Runyon different stuff. So, yeah, cool beans, dude.
Geez, they charge $40 over here, and you only get 10 gigabytes.
Dallas, I guess you heard what I said, but yeah, I got a lot of family from Pike County, Pikeville.
Beach is 0696. You out there? Hi, 505. Wait a quick hand to you.
Right on there, 505. Good afternoon to you. Well, good morning. It's afternoon my time, so yeah, good afternoon, Roger.
Hey, Roger, I heard you're playing hooky today.
Well, you know what, man? I'm just trying to get by, I guess. Today's the day that I get an opportunity all day to talk on the radio. So I figured I'd be down here. There ain't very good propagation, but what the heck, man? Play radio, Roger.
Absolutely, man. Oh, absolutely. Well, good hearing you out there. I'm about to turn her off. I got to go do some errands here, but and take care of some house chores. But anyways, I'll be back on this afternoon. 73 sounding good as always, Roger.
Man, I appreciate that, sir. Thank you, and you're sounding great too. I just got down here, man, about 7:30 this morning, and hell, it's 2:00. How time flies. But thanks for hollering out at me, sir. You sound great, Roger.
I appreciate it. All right, you too, 73. I think next weekend is the time change, no?
Yes, sir, it is. Absolutely. So it does not affect me, but with the job I got, time could change all at once, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think it is next weekend there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. All right, well, listen, 73s, and until next time, have a good one. We're going to get out of here. 505 SoCal, George. Take care.
George, you're the best, man. Thanks for shouting out. Thank you. 505 in Seal Beach. What a pleasure. 2 World Radio, 0696. We wait. Yeah, Dallas. It's if I'm going to talk and then type at the same time, it's tough. But I wanted to ask you about the video deal. If I was on the right one, let me know.
I think the guy lives off his wife. Oh, well, you're not at work, that's for sure. They just said, you know what, you're having a conversation that's every day now. It's really apparent that that's all you want to do is say, inflammatory stuff, argue with people, and always the outcome is you're the winner of the argument, So, go ahead and keep jamming there. Like I say, what'd you say, you got a 3-element beam with 65 watts? Mother Nature took your signal so far into the mud right there, I couldn't hear you for about 2 minutes. So, I have a little bit more projection, but it's all about Mother Nature. So I'm not worried about it. I get the job done. I talk. America's unique in that there's a lot of pedophiles and argument going on, but you know what? Not once have I heard anything from Africa, France, Britain, UK, Sweden, that is unrelenting argumentary. You know what I mean? There's got only one guy in Australia, that's 333. It's just like you, dude. It's called, I told you before, dude. I'm a layman, but I'm still.
Mucho en invierno y ahora ya nada, tú, Pascual.
Really don't. It's rare at best that if you have somebody that you can talk about.
Carry on, but I'll say for this part, you don't want to dominate a channel here because we're on one channel.
Can you hear me now?
847, you have a wonderful afternoon. I appreciate you getting back to me. 992 up here in NorCal till we do it again.
Tempe Mountain, 48th Street, and the freeway, over.
Well, it just, it doesn't fit in the realm with the people that I know. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. I said my piece to that guy. He'll be talking about me all day, every day here. Hey, that's his charge right there, is to ruffle somebody's feathers so he can claim victory over their personality. So, yeah. Hey, you guys have a good day.
Marty, where'd you go?
Nine, 5959 standing by. Unit 59 standing by.
Well, that Unit 59, I hear you back here in Kentucky, 0696, waving.
0696, thank you very much. 59 the Mobile. We're on the Interstate 10, engine 151.
Wow, in the Mobile off of 10. Now, I didn't hear exactly what state you were in. But you're making it back here to Kentucky from that Mobile, Roger.
Roger. You sounded really good. I'm in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, now I'm looking at you with my side of my truck here. We're broadsiding you, so I don't know, you might have a weaker signal, but we're in Phoenix, Arizona. Over.
Yeah, and your signal came up, side view. Phoenix, Arizona, off of Interstate 10. Well, you're making a trip to the beautiful state of Kentucky there, 59.
Thank you. Kentucky sounding really strong here in the mobile. Right now, I'm on top of the Salt River, the dry Salt River. I am crossing it right now. I'm on the bridge. It's about a half-mile long bridge, and I'm a little over halfway through on the Salt River, Interstate 10. Over.
Absolutely there, sir. And I guess that Salt River is helping your signal because you came up, as you were saying, you were going across it. So, hey, good for you. The mobile's doing its thing there, Roger.
Roger. It's a QT40, just a 40-watt mobile with a Wilson 5000 magnet mount, and I'm happy and good to go. Hey, thank you so much. Kentucky's doing great, and Phoenix is trying to be the best they can be. So we'll be standing by, listening, and driving down the road. Take care, my friend. 5-9 clear.
5-9, have a great day. Motor Easy. I'll wave the hand and tip the hat to you from the beautiful state of Kentucky. 0696. We're waving. We're standing by. .502, where'd you run off to?
I'm sorry you feel that way, sir. That tells me you're not smoking them if you got them.
It's really stacked up hard, but I'm going to say 7-3. Thanks for the contact. God bless you and yours. Me and mine. Arizona 853. Standing by and yours.
The serial above the present beam antenna. The serial is a 4-element.
All right, man. We'll be listening for you later.
If they're higher, it might perform better. I don't know.
Good day again. All the best. Radio 7. Mobile Hawaii. Big shock away.
Roger. Take her easy out there, 79. 386 Southern Cal, Orange County. We're standing by.
Wow. How about that Hawaii station out there? I think you said 79. 2 World Radio 0696, Kentucky calling.
Hey, I heard a station, I don't know if I got it all, 62. Did I get it right? I think it's there's a number right before it, but we heard a 62 in there.
Yeah, that Hawaii station, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull you out. There's a big strapper out there, but that station out there in Hawaii, we're waving a hand from Kentucky, 0696.
Southern Cal, standing by.
I don't know. Are you familiar with the idea of stacking a beam? It would mean that I have a present beam antenna.
Well, you're making the trip, sir. It's just there's a couple of them in between us, but let me wave the hand out there to you. 0696. We're waving.
New antenna. And so it would be spaced about 10 feet above it. Do you think that's enough? Okay, so that's what I'm...
What do you call it, Velcro or double back tape?
Finally getting warm up a little bit here, and we had a bit of a doozy of a shutdown. There's an accident on
Barely have to do anything with marijuana cultivation, but would be appreciated.
It just has a lot of noise floor with it and all that kind of stuff. Not anything you're doing wrong, not anything I'm doing wrong. Just Mother Nature is just doing what she wants to, and we're having to ride the wave wherever we can go.
Yeah, Roger on that, Dallas. Yeah, I got you 7.9 plus great audio. Yeah, I'm using my portable stuff right now. I'm on my Antron 99 that's on a tripod in my backyard. So I'm giving that a test. I have my dipole hooked up to my switcher also.
Right, yeah, I'll let you slide back down the van. Hey, enjoy your lunch break. Catch a little bit of DX. I won't hold you on here because, we're just we're fighting with Mother Nature conditions, and we're definitely not going to win. But I'll say 73 is always a pleasure to hear you in there, John. Keep up the good work. Have a blessed week. Be careful at work today, and we'll catch you later, man. UDX 76, Ventura. UDX 347, Manchester, Tennessee. I'm clear. Thank you, buddy.
How about you, 347? This one works any better. I switched antennas, but hey, Dallas, thank you very much. UDX 347, UDX 76, California.
Yeah, that brought you back up to a solid 5 and 7 on the S meter, like I said. Still battling the poor conditions, but we'll definitely call it a QSO. Hey, enjoy the DX, man. I'll be clear. 347, I'm gone.
How about you, 347, Hollywood calling?
QSY, back to the other one. Have a good day, Dallas. I'm gone.
Have a good one. I heard another station in there calling 347. Sorry about that. Just like the other gentleman I was talking to, everyone out on that side of the world, just above the noise floor. But I'll definitely say hello to you, and thank you for the wave. I'll try to pour you out. Go ahead.
All right, let's see if you can pull out my little baby transmitter 347. I'm just operating on a $100 stick, a $100 antenna. 347.
Dallas, I don't know if you're still on there, but I can hear you, bud.
Top of the day to you. You got the 4077 radio station, 4077, Hollywood, California.
Hey, copy 100%. 4077 out in Hollywood on the $100 antenna. Well, I tell you what, man, you make me feel like I wasted my money, and should have just got me a $100 antenna. So we've got terrible conditions, man. You're a solid S7 on the meter. Just a lot of noise floor in there, but anyway, yeah, glad to know I'm making the trip. I'll say 73 speed. Good to hear you on the band again. It's been a day or two since we modulated, so hey, have a blessed week. Enjoy the DX, and I appreciate the call. Anytime you hear me, man, give me a shout. I always do the same. Always a pleasure. Enjoy the DX. I'll be back on the side. UDX 347, Manchester, Tennessee. Operator Dallas. I'll be clear.
UDX 347. Likewise, if you hear me, give me a shout. Say howdy across the pond. UDX 347. This is the 4077. Hollyweird, over and out.
Yeah, I don't know, Dallas. I may have keyed with you, but I got a copy on you up here, 0696.
Have a good one, 347, 3030.
Hey, I appreciate the shout, Glenn. UDX 76, he came in there with you as well. Hold on one second, Glenn. Go ahead, John.
Noise floor, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, copy that. Hey, 4077, UDX 76 down in Ventura. He's on the governmental waves with you. That process. Y'all take care. I'll be back later on. UDX 347, Manchester. I'll be clear.
73.
Oh, quick, I have to blame somebody.
Or are you talking to me still? Yeah, Sam, I hear you a little bit.
Come on, guys.
All right, Sam, you're on the bottom of the totem pole, man. Underneath the bucket, as far as the projection goes. Without that kicker and that mobile there, it's rough and tough. Guys are out here arguing with me, and I'm not even talking to them. You know what I mean? Hey, Sam. Hey, motor safely, buddy. I'll get back to you.
And all you knuckleheads talking to people that are ostracized, like Billy Goat, for example, you need to ask yourselves, why are you contributing to the delinquency of the frequency?
I mean, I don't even know Robert. I can hear him on backscatter, but I've never talked to him. Speaker to speaker. Not that I would. Hey, but, yeah.
For anybody to sit there and talk to him basically means you condone his actions out there. If we were to all band together, we could clean this frequency up a lot quicker. That's why I always say you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way, but we're going to clean it up. We hear you, Cincinnati. Remember, we're looking for more radio operators that got time to donate to cleaning up the frequency. If anybody is considering joining the ranks of the regulators, let us know your qualifications. Thank you. No, it matters considerably. We do not talk to ham operators on the frequency. And the reasoning behind that is if you go to the ham band, they'll tell you, we can't talk to you. We're not allowed to talk to you because they're ham operators. But for some reason, as soon as they get on that frequency, they're no longer ham operators. That's why they don't come out there with their numbers. To me, that's what hypocrites do, but that's just me thinking out loud. Hello. Your friendly neighborhood, 455, Arizona regulator.
Well, this should be the last video before this thing goes up tomorrow. I'm sure you all want to see it up in the air as bad as I'm tired of making videos about just looking at this antenna. Well, I made my final adjustments. Everything's completed. The boom truck's supposed to be here tomorrow. I had an issue with that slag line bar, and my past experience with this thing, no matter how tight I made that U-bolt, this thing always wanted to go over to the side. Maybe because it was so long. So I started paying attention several months after I put it up, and I noticed, that slag line bar was going over. And every now and again I'd see another long beam antenna, and it's the same thing. Never noticed it on a 4 or 5 element, but anyway, I readjusted it today. Tightened everything down really good, and I made a bracket here. I put 2 pieces of steel cable with some turnbuckles, and I got them really tight, and some flat washers behind that, and everything snugged down really tight. It's tight, and it's going to keep it pulling this way, because for whatever reason it wants to go that way. So hopefully we corrected that. And instead of paying the $150 for a standoff kit, I took some pressure treated 2x2s and put my coax up against it. Because I didn't want to put the fire in the wire through this coax and it'd be right on the boom. So I made me a few, I made a poor man's standoff kit, like I said, with some 2x2s, starting there down to where the mast pipe will join. And I'll do the same thing when I do my loop on the mast pipe and then down to the tower. But it's finally ready to go up. I'm tired of messing with this thing. It's been, I took it down December the 1st, so we're past due. But anyway, tomorrow's the day, and hopefully the next video that I put up.
Right, ham operators are not allowed to use CB radios on this frequency because they've been modified, dude. You just dug your own hole. And a ham operator is supposed to set an example for the rest of us. So apparently you ham operators are terrible people to set an example, aren't you? Shame, shame, shame. Basically the people that have ruined the frequencies in the first place. You guys come down here with your high-powered radio equipment, scrutinizing CB radios. So of course these poor CB guys are going to try to keep up with the Joneses. You guys have actually ruined CB by setting a bad example. And all the bullshit talking and word salad you're going to tell me doesn't amount to a sack of shit. So shut up. Anyway, I'm just tired of these ham operators. These ham operators are too pompous, and ham operators owe each one of us an apology for ruining the frequency. You ham operators are out here to set an example, not to be part of the problem. And you guys are so stupid you don't even realize that. Hello. That's why you don't come out here with your numbers. You know good and well. Hello. We're told to the FCC enough times.
This is the FCC. I'm going to need you to cease and desist operating on this frequency.
This guy's just going to keep giving us a bunch of word salad. Somebody tell this knucklehead we don't want to hear his word salad any longer. He just comes out here with a bunch of word salad. That's why they're ostracized from the frequency. Trust me. The regulators have never, ever mistakenly ostracized somebody that didn't deserve to be ostracized. And this is a perfect example of why. Remember, this guy just thinks if he gives enough word salad out there, it's going to make it all right. That's how a lot of politicians operate. Give them enough word salad and it's going to be A-okay. No, it's not.
I believe.
Frequency, take your word salad where you're authorized and allocated to broadcast. I tell you, I can't believe these ham operators. They come out here and just word salad, just like a politician. Bottom line, you know, he's an uncool ham operator, and we don't allow uncool ham operators on the frequency. And I recommend you call up the FCC, let them know that there's people on the frequency that won't let you guys broadcast out here any longer. You guys are not supposed to be here. You know it, I know it, the FCC knows it. So just move on out of here where you guys belong, all right? You know, cool operators are always welcome, regardless what color, what ethnicity, what religious background. You can be cool in every aspect, but some of you guys are just uncool out here, and we don't tolerate uncool radio operators. It's just not admissible. 455, your friendly neighborhood Arizona regulator, monitoring the frequency every day between 12 and 1700. And remember, gentlemen, together we can make this frequency great again. Thank you. You hear this guy? He's just going to keep coming up with word salad. That's as bad as somebody playing music. That's why he's been ostracized. Let's all ostracize this knucklehead together. And remember, if we do it the easy way, we can have our frequency cleaned up in a matter of weeks. If we do it the hard way, it could take as long as years. So the choice is yours. You're not welcome here, sir. You need to vacate the frequency. You are no longer welcome on the frequency because you've got way too much word salad, bro. See what I mean? Nothing but word salad. That's why this guy's ostracized. Regulators have never made a mistake. See what I mean? And you guys wonder why we ostracize these people. We ostracize people because of their selfish radio acts. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. Whereas the regulators, all we care about is other radio operators. That's why we always unkey within 40 seconds or less. Now listen to him. Now he's being vulgar and rude. And this is a man who's supposed to be setting an example for the rest of the radio operators. This guy is ostracized, man. He is no longer welcome to broadcast, and we need to stick together on this. We need to get rid of these guys. See? What he's doing is a selfish radio act. And you guys wonder why he's ostracized from the frequency. If you cannot conduct yourself like a man, you're not welcome on the frequency between 12 and 1700, and try to keep your key up 40 seconds or less. You should be able to convey anything you want to within 40 seconds or less. Thank you.
You see, this guy is just a knucklehead. And I hope you guys realize that when the regulators say somebody's ostracized, instead of bitching at them, instead of fighting them, let's work together. It's like the ICE agents that come to the streets to clean up the streets for you of all the illegal aliens. You guys shouldn't be fighting the ICE agents. You should be welcoming the ICE agents, just like you should be welcoming the regulators on the frequency. We know what we're doing out here. This isn't our first rodeo, nor will it be our last rodeo. He doesn't even realize he's not communicating with anybody. That's how selfish people are. I got a stopwatch. Every time I key down, that second hand starts, and I keep my transmissions 40 seconds or less. Time me if you guys don't believe me. 40 seconds or less, and that there was 30 seconds, so I had 10 seconds to go. We hear you, dude, but we got this rude and crude ham operator that is very selfish. He's already went over his 40-second allotment for broadcasting, and that's one of the reasons he's ostracized from the frequency. The last thing we need are people like him on this frequency. Anyway, this guy thinks he's all this and he's all that, but bottom line is the only person he's going to be able to communicate with is himself. You notice he's not talking to anybody, and he's not following the 40-second rule. Second rule, he's broken that, gosh, a couple of minutes ago. 455, Pirate Radio, Arizona regulator, obeying the 40-second rule at all times and calling it how it is, day after day. Do not be afraid of the truth. Don't forget, when he unkeys, let him know that he is no longer welcome. If we all stick together and if we all band together, we can actually get this frequency back again. We can make this frequency great again working together. It's like I always say, you can't build a pyramid by yourself. You cannot build an aircraft carrier by yourself. 455, Arizona regulator. Bet you can't go kill yourself. We got you guys. You guys are right there in the ham operator's noise level. And like I say, that's one of the reasons we ostracize people like that. We knew what kind of an individual he was right off the bat. He's what you call a word salad guy. He'll just throw a bunch of word salad at you, and that's supposed to impress you. Maybe he'll answer his phone. I think his friends are calling him, telling him to relax a little bit. I think that's what's happening right now. .455, Pirate Radio, Prescott, Arizona, with the station identification on this beautiful thirsty Thursday afternoon. See what I mean? The guy is just jealous. I think he's jealous of what we started out here, and I think he's very jealous of what we got going on. 455, Pirate Radio, Prescott, Arizona. Just calling it how it is, day after day. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, we are getting the job done. He doesn't even realize the job is getting accomplished. And the reason he doesn't realize it is because he doesn't unkey. You don't even know what's going on unless you unkey. That's why we have a limit of 40 seconds or less to get your point across. Thank you.
Oh. Boring.
Total selfish radio operator. You guys are here to witness it. You guys are here to hear it for yourselves. And if he ever unkeys, please let him know he's ostracized. Don't talk to this gentleman any longer. And maybe we can get rid of people like this and they won't bother to show up no longer. If people don't encourage him by talking to him, maybe they'll just go elsewhere. 455 Pirate Radio, Prescott, Arizona. Just thinking out loud, day after day.
455, that's the best idea you've ever had. Go someplace else.
455 Pirate Radio, Prescott, Arizona. Yes, sir, that poor gentleman is so envious and so jealous of 455. It's unbelievable. And I would like to apologize right up front for it. You know what it reminds me of? Kind of reminds me back in the olden days when they had the marshal in town and gunslingers would come into town to see if they were faster than the marshal. And so the poor public was always under the dismay of the people coming to test the marshal. And I do apologize for that situation. .455 Pirate Radio. Like I said, gentlemen, I do apologize, but if we all stick together like all those people in those towns, we can get rid of all these gunslingers that show up. Let them know we don't need them. Let them know we don't want them. Let them know we're quite satisfied with our frequency the way it is. Thank you very much. 455 Arizona Mud Duck Radio. We're looking at 72 degrees, blue skies, and abundant sunshine in the other Mile High City. Top of the day. Don't forget, as we always like to recommend, to light them if you got them. After all, the smoking lamp has been lighted since early this morning. Feel free to partake. This is a non-judgmental frequency. I'm glad he's listening to me. It's very important for the adversaries out there to be listening, taking notes, and writing things down. Hopefully they won't make the same mistake the next time they show up. Maybe they'll be more friendlier, more polite, and more cordial. 455 Arizona Regulator. Have a beautiful day.
455. Eat, shit, and die.
We hear you out there, dude. Right now I'm taking a couple of bong rippers, so I'm not going to be on the key for a short. I try to hold it in as long as I can. And can you believe people can hold their breath for 29 minutes? That's right, not 29 seconds, 29 minutes and some change. 455 Arizona. We're monitoring. Have a nice day.
30 minutes in 455. Try holding your breath for 30 minutes there, 455. He can do it either. He can't shut up long enough.
We hear you, number 3. We got some knucklehead gunslinger that showed up that is trying to give the regulators a hard time, but we tried to explain to them we deal with gunslingers all the same way. Get out of Dodge or get with the program. That's quite all right, dude. It's a one-sided conversation, I'm sure. But like I tried to give them the analogy, people heard, hey, there's a guy on 27425 that is trying to regulate and clean it up. So, of course, people are going to be coming from all over the place just to see what's going on. That's how people are, man. I know how people are with their psyche. 455, Arizona. You guys, I got a copy on you. Like I said, this is all because we do not tolerate people that are not cool. If you're not a cool radio operator, you're no longer welcome on the frequency. It's rather plain, it's rather simple, and it's not rocket science. And try to keep your conversations and get to your point within 40 seconds or less at all times. Thank you. Are you that stupid, dude? Anyway, that's how selfish this guy is. Now he might even play us a tune. Too many selfish people on the radio. You guys go ahead and enjoy this knucklehead. I got a couple of things to attend to real quick. The wife needs my assistance. And remember, together we can make this frequency great again. We got to start by getting rid of knuckleheads like that gentleman. 455, calling out day after day. Enjoy. Oh, I hear him. They're being braggadocious again. Let him know he's just wasting his time. He's wasting his energy. Please let somebody else out there let him know. It always works better when a multitude of people tell the same person the same thing. There you go. I rest my case, gentlemen. Some people are just so selfish they don't care about nobody but themselves. Anyway, I got something to do. I'll be back. And if it's these people that are coming here because of me, I do want to apologize right up front. I didn't mean for this kind of problem. 455, Arizona. Still under construction. Thank you.
455. Hold your breath for about an hour, would you? 425 for now.
Well, with all the bullshit going on out here in the channel, sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit.
Autistic behavior.
and head out towards your way out from that part of town and
Yeah, I thought she had that, I guess it was a mammogram or something there to go to today. Boy, those aren't any fun, but they're not too bad, I guess.
There, and I got a good talking radio in my pickup.
I mean, God, man, what the...
Yeah, they already approved it.
Do that last couple of weeks. Dentist appointments, doctor appointments.
Man, this is as quiet as I've heard on 425 in a year. And that's a good thing.
my gosh, what a selfish radio operator this guy truly is. You can tell the selfish operators by how long they key down, that's for sure. Yeah, that's a ham operator that is very jealous and very envious of Pirate Radio 455, and he's basically having a hissy fit out here. That's what's happening. I'm glad you guys are here to witness how somebody should not conduct themselves. The regulators never do this kind of childish actions. Thank you. You're right, sir. Smoke them if you got them. That's all we can suggest out here. The more medicated we are, the better off we are. 455. Remember, guys, the good rule of thumb, 40 seconds or less to get to your point and get your point across. Thank you. .455 Arizona regulator, looking at 75 degrees, blue skies and abundant sunshine. Top of the day. And remember, you ham operators that are uncool, please don't bother coming to this frequency ever again. You are no longer welcome. Thank you. There he is again. Like I say, if this guy is here causing me, I do want to apologize. But remember, you can't blame somebody else for doing something that somebody else said they did. It's just unacceptable. He needs to be solely held accountable for his actions.
I would like to apologize for the actions of this ham operator. This guy playing this all day long is a ham operator. And ham operators are supposed to set an example for the rest of us dummies out here. That's the kind of example this ham operator is setting. That's one of the reasons he's been ostracized by the regulators. And remember, guys, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything of that nature, but the regulators have never ostracized somebody that doesn't deserve to be ostracized. Thank you. He doesn't even realize he took away his audio and he took away his receipt by being so stupid. A lot of these ham operators are not as intelligent as you would think they are. Shame, shame, shame. Anyway, guys, don't forget this is a perfect opportunity to get yourselves properly medicated. Get yourselves where you need to be. 455, Arizona regulator. Smoke them if you got them. Thank you. To do on the frequency, we are very fortunate we have amateur ham operators to show us how not to act on the frequency. Thank you. Arizona regulator. Have a beautiful day. Guess that ham operator finally got out of here. That's how those ham operators are. They don't have staying power. That's why this guy's been ostracized from the frequency. Like we say, the regulators never make a mistake, and this is a very uncool, selfish radio operator. That's why he's ostracized. Thank you very much. Come on, you're not stopping already. You're afraid you'll hurt something? Top of the day to you, sir, from 455 Arizona Mud Duck Radio. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we got some knucklehead ham operator out here trying to set a good example for us by the way he's conducting himself.
455 Prescott, Arizona. If you're wondering what's transpiring on the frequency today, we got a very selfish ham operator on the frequency that does not know how to conduct himself. And he's been ostracized, of course. 455, Arizona regulator.
Oh my God, we got disco going on here.
Your fingers off if you got them close. Yeah, but you don't keep a snapping turtle in a cage in your living room. Things are nasty. Now, we used to, now we didn't have the alligator snapping turtles back home there, but we had the, just plain old snapping turtles had that look like cleats around the edge of their shell, little spines that stuck out around the edge of the shell. We had them things, and, boy, them things were nasty. They were mean. Yeah, I don't know, but and we'd also get those big tortoises. Hell, our neighborhood was
you know, before we moved to the farm, the neighborhood we lived in, then things were everywhere. I mean, I don't think there was a kid in the neighborhood didn't have one of them box turtles. Yeah, Dave's got a big old, it's one of them African tortoises, you know, but they survive real well here in Arizona. That thing's pretty good size.
It looks like you're going to have to put a string on it, huh, and turn it out the window? Oh, that's right. You know, I forgot who he was, but there's a guy that does that. Out of his window, he's got a string wrapped around it a couple times, and he just pulls on it and turns it. Something else. Yeah, I've talked to him quite a few times. I didn't think he had something like that, though. And so he doesn't have a rotor?
No.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it working. You know, you get your gearbox and a steering wheel with a column. Yeah, that would work. Boy, it seems like an awful lot of work, you know, to do. Yeah, that's right. There wouldn't be any power involved, so who cares if the power goes out? Yeah, if it ever happened here, I got my radio, but of course my ground plane, I wouldn't be able to turn my beam, but hell, I don't use that thing anyway. So how you feeling? Any better, or do you feel about the same?
Nobody gonna give me a turn?
Well, Billy Goat, if you're still in there, I'll let you holler. Go ahead, sir.
All day long. All day you've been ostracized. That's how dumb you are.
mop and, sweep and mop and do dishes and cook meals and all that stuff. But I can't stand up long enough to do it now. Exactly. I mean, wouldn't make much sense for her to come clean your house. Hell, yours is probably cleaner than hers. Yeah, I used to make a lot of jerky and stuff like that. Chicken jerky, beef jerky, pork jerky. I mean, you name it. That pork jerky was more or less dry bacon. Oh yeah. I did. I used to dehydrate the bananas and all that kind of stuff. Apples, bananas, blueberries. We always had big old bags of different not freeze dried, but dehydrated fruit and stuff here for the grandkids. I even made fruit roll-ups for them. Chicken bouillon. Yep, as long as if you do it right, it works on a lot of different foods and they last forever. It doesn't really cook it. It just removes the moisture from it. But with the freeze drying, it removes the moisture, but it reserves. It doesn't take the taste away. Good deal. Yep. Yeah, we do a lot of, we'll buy a lot of hamburger and stuff like that at a time, or a buddy of mine, from Indiana sends me, what he calls care packages, and, there'll be 15, 20 pounds of hamburger in these packages, and we put it in freezer bags and vacuum seal it and throw it in the freezer.
Hey, Gizmo. You should make Ludafisk. Ludafisk. Oh my God, no. Yes. No. Now left on the other hand, I'll take all I can get.
isn't that Norwegian fish stuff? Yeah, I don't like, I can't get past the smell.
It basically preserves it. Yeah, Roger, it's like one of those things, either you like it or you don't. There's, you know, it's not like, I can tolerate it type thing.
Yeah, another thing that's, you know, is like Limburger cheese. You know, that's got the best flavor once you get past the smell.
CQ. This is the 777. The 777. 3 in a row. Cold Lane, Idaho. We took the back
No, not that I'm aware of.
this afternoon. Beautiful day in the northwest. Somebody kicked it back and tell me if this brand new Yaesu
Are you guys trying to make me hungry?
It's working or not. I mean, we spend a lot of money on this radio. And I'd like to know if
Hello, Kelly.
Hello, Kevin, Dan, and Gizmo.
I got all these different meters on there. And,
oh, yeah, those guys make me hungry all the time.
I think this thing's working, but I would like somebody to see it and say, hey, Chris was riding over there.
Yeah, Moose reminds me of Grandpa Jones on Hee Haw.
And it's working. So by the
Yeah, he talks about Frog Lake spaghetti and alligator chili.
I have to agree with you on that. They're kind of fun to cook, too.
God, damn it. When somebody come back, when somebody hear me out there, I'm very stretching a little mark here in the doggone shoe store here and trying to get going.
Oh, yeah, I just like I think it was funny how they bounce around in the skillet.
Do the job. And I'm 27, 4, 15.
Yeah, Moose said there's a nerve you got to cut on them so they don't do that.
So, 37, I'd be doing something here.
Oh, you can eat the whole frog, actually.
7 UPS. Wanted to get sticky about it, but broadcasting on 27, 4, 15. Somebody kick it back to me and let me know if you're working or not, right?
Yeah, we used to go frog gigging when I was a kid. We'd go down there to the lake, and them old bullfrogs all around the lake. We'd go out there in the middle of the night and with a gig and float around the lake, around the shorelines with a flashlight. You hit them with that flashlight, and they'd freeze for a minute, you know, and then you'd hit them with that damn gig. But we'd catch bags full of them. That sounds good. Nice Cajun battered catfish, deep fried.
Yes, sir. And pork from Tony's. Oh, heck yeah.
What kind of catfish?
Either channel cat or flathead.
Oh, yeah, flathead.
Oh, blue cat's pretty good, too.
Bullheads are good.
Oh, yeah, bullheads. We used to get a ton of them out of Lake Pleasant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could.
things like bluegill.
About the only kind of catfish I won't eat's one of them big old mud cats. One of them that just lays down there in the bottom and, waits for the food to come to it. Those things are nasty, greasy.
Get around that there on KG.
What's that?
You want to get around that greasy or the fishy taste of the mudcat?
I have no idea. I never wasted my time with them. I know we'd catch catfish and we'd nail their heads to a tree and cut around the top side by the gill, cut that and peel the skin off of them, and then take the head off of them and tree the head that was covered with fish heads.
Yeah, if they're big enough, you just slice a fillet off each side and leave the rest of them, let it go.
Yep. And all it takes is a good sharp knife and a pair of pliers.
Yeah, the hard part of it is half the time they're still alive when you do that to them.
We had a triple that time. Yeah.
Today I'm going to share with you what I think is one of the most important station accessories, especially if you like to do group ham radio operations. So please keep watching for more. Or front-end overload when describing the characteristics of inexpensive transceivers, but in fact all transceivers require filtering of some sort. Modern transceivers have digital signal processing that can employ a wide range of filter bandwidths and shapes, and older transceivers will use analog or mechanical filters to limit the amount of signal entering into the receiver. But filtering built into a transceiver can only do so much, and sometimes we need to add accessory filters to block out a range of frequencies. There are three types of filters that do that: high pass, low pass, and band pass. High-pass filters allow frequencies of a range above the filter's set frequency to pass through. Typically, a high-pass filter is set to about 1.8 megahertz and let frequencies above this range pass to the transceiver. They are commonly used if you have a powerful AM broadcast station close by that is interfering and you want to block their signal. Low-pass filters allow frequencies of a range below the filter set frequency to pass through. Typically, a low-pass filter is set to about 30 megahertz and will let frequencies below that range pass to the transceiver. They are used to block out spurs and spurious emissions from your transmitter that may be interfering with televisions or other receivers, especially if you're running an amplifier. Low-pass filters used to be quite common in the days of analog television, but now with digital TV and broadcast frequencies up in the UHF range, they really aren't as necessary. Bandpass filters combine the low and the high pass to allow just a certain range of frequencies to pass through. Usually they are set for a particular band, like the 20-meter band, so you can transmit and receive on that band and not affect the transmitters on other bands. But some bandpass filters can be very tight. For example, a VHF filter may be used at a repeater site to allow this repeater's frequency to pass through and block out all other VHF transmitters that may be located on the same communication tower. Hey, I'm just going to jump in and say that if you like this video and find it interesting and want to see more like it, hit like and subscribe. That's my indicator to produce more of these types of videos. Thank you for your support. How does a filter work? A filter is a tuned circuit with inductors and a capacitor. This is a tuned circuit, so the filter's cutoff frequency is a tuned circuit. You can transmit through the filter if your transmit frequency is within the passband. but you can also damage any of these filters if you transmit outside of their specified range. So why do I like bandpass filters? Well, bandpass filters are vital if you're doing a Parks on the Air activation with friends. We can operate on different bands in close proximity to each other and keep interference to a minimum. They won't block out everything, but they are good enough that you can copy weak stations on 20-meter phone without having that 40-meter FT8 signal blasting through. If you're setting up for field day, bandpass filters are essential for everyone getting along. Anytime you have stations and antennas in close proximity, you will need an external filter. But you do need to remember to remove or change the filter if you change bands. So if you bring your filters out to field day, a bit of education to the other operators will be in order. The filters I use aren't that expensive. This one from Morgan Systems is about $80. I have 3 in my arsenal, one for 40, 20, and 15 meters. If I only had money for one filter, I'd start with the 40-meter band and slowly work in the others. My collection is growing over the past few years. Usually I realize I need one, and then I get another filter. So you don't have to buy a full set all at once. So filtering, especially with bandpass filters, can be extremely useful out in the field and with group ham radio activations. Are you a filter user? Or what's your experiences? I'll leave them down in the comments below. Now that's it for this time. I'm Michael, KB9VBR. Have a great day, and 73.
Hairy Buffalo, that's what it was called, Hairy Buffalo.
Joe.
Does it make you feel like you had hair growing on your tongue?
That's because you couldn't feel your tongue anymore.
Oh, gosh. I haven't done that since I was in my early 20s. Hell, I haven't drank since my late 20s. I'm 65 now, and I quit drinking way back when I was about 25, 26. Every now and again, I get that urge for a beer or something like that. I don't do it, but just that desire to have a cold beer. But I don't want nothing to do with it.
Roger. Yeah, every now and then I'll have one or two. That's about it.
My wife, every now and again, she'll have a rum and Coke or rum and Pepsi is what she likes. And, or one of those Baileys, like almost like chocolate milk with the Baileys. I don't know what they call it. But that's maybe once a year she does that. Usually it's right around Christmas. Now I do, when I was doing a lot of Christmas stuff, bourbon balls and stuff like that, I used, quite a bit of alcohol, fruit cakes, and I'd use the bourbon whiskey. Go ahead. Roger, it's 600. Yeah, you sounding good over here in Phoenix. Well, that's a little steep, but that's what it takes. I mean, all these shots are outrageous anymore. Yep. You know, it's anybody's guess. You know what's going to happen until it's done. All right, we'll catch you later, 600. Yeah, I really figured number one would be back at her fairly quickly.
You think he's done vacuuming and everything already?
What was that, Kelly?
You think he's done? That's it.
Yeah, and that's the one that would do the cleaning as far as I was concerned. Yeah, of course it could be such a thing as Kevin could be the messy one.
It would stand to reason I am nothing more than an entrepreneur. Thank you for recognizing that, nevertheless. I'll be back in the shed. I got to chow down on some chicken wings. See you in a minute. You got it, 359. Take care. 455, Tustin, Arizona. Have a nice day.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I can hear it, but I don't see it.
Yeah, Dad, I heard you out there. Yeah, how about you, 7-0? You got a copy?
Real quick.
What's that?
Yeah, give me a landline real quick.
All right, I got to go get my phone. I'll be back.
Arizona, standing by.
Don't have to watch all the time. RF. I know what it is. Goes on. Yeah. Off. Well, really? Hey, look at it.
Hello, radio.
315 New Mexico, QSX.